What's up, guys? So today is September 27th, Thursday. I'm bringing this video to you guys from Warsaw, Poland. I don't know, it's kind of rare for me to smile like this. But yeah, I went to gym in the morning, worked out really hard, then went to a brunch, which I paid only like 3.7 euros for pretty good brandy banana bread and also smoked salmon bread. And after that I was reading, because one of the most important things that I can spend time on my life right now is improving and growing. So reading is the one of the most important activities in my life right now. It is actual nutrients, very valuable resources and information to my brain to shift and direct my life. But anyways, life is hard. Getting a job at one of the top companies or companies that pay you well, that treat you well, with a lot of vacation days, it is not easy. You need to be like top at least like 25%, right? So getting a nice job at a decently generous company is hard. You need to be like top at least like 20%. And getting into university and then study, let's say software engineering in my case, or computer science, let's say, and landing a pretty interesting internship opportunity is not easy. I mean, you need to study extra hard for job interview. So it is not as easy as just getting into university. So you need to be top at least, say, 50% or 30% or 20% to land interesting internship opportunity, right? So studying at a pretty decent university and then landing a pretty decent internship opportunity, and also getting a job which pays you decently and also gives you decent amount of vacation days and also gives you interesting responsibilities, blah blah. It is not easy. Job hunting process might take a lot of time. It takes at least 3 to 4 months minimum for applying to a bunch of jobs, to getting first initial phone call, screening interview, to on-site, in-person technical coding interview, to last behavioral question-based, conversation-based interview. It takes like 2-3 months minimum. And on top of that, you need to invest like 2 months, maybe 3 to 4 months studying and preparing, learning about latest technologies, qualifications, skills, experiences, and whatnot. So it cannot be done by overnight. So it is not easy. You need to be top 20% or top 25% or top 30% to enjoy that kind of opportunities, benefits. I've done that, and I remember it was time consuming. I spent a lot of time investing in studying, preparing, studying like every day for 2 months before interview. But prior to that, I was working already like 3.5 years, right? So it is not easy to do that. It takes commitment, it takes constant learning and growing. Same thing, gym, reaching this point of my level of physique right now, like body fat percentage like 7-8%, or being able to lift heavy weights relative to your body weight. So for me, I can bench press almost twice as much of my weight, or being as lean at the same time strong, like lean bulking. It is not easy. Took me at least a good 2-3 years of consistently working out, keeping out my diet and sleeping to make sure that my body get recovered and then build more muscles. It took me a lifestyle choice. So I stopped going out at night because going out at night really goes against recovery for my muscles and energy level. So I prioritize something else for what I value more. And I believe my physique level right now, like less than 10% body fat, and also being able to bench press almost twice as much of my weight. This level of shreddedness and rippedness, not to be arrogant here or being bragging here, but just stating the fact. It is definitely top to be able to come here. You need to be at least top 20%. I know for sure it is definitely more than top 5%. Because if you just look around, for example, for gym, almost less than 20% of people go to gym. And among those 20%, how many actually less than 10% body fat and then being able to lift such a weight? So I guess in terms of fitness, I'm like top 5%, top 2%, I don't know. But definitely top 5 to 3% of the entire population. Why I'm telling this? I'm telling you this because I've been focusing on various areas in my life for what's called self-development, personal development, or self-actualization. So fitness is same thing for me as working on career. Same thing for me as academics. It takes hardcore effort, dedication, and commitment to reach that top 10% level, top 20%. I don't know the number. I'm just making up the numbers right now. But top 20% or top 10% or top 5%. Or working at Microsoft, which is definitely top 5%, right? Working, getting a job that pays you 6 figures salary, that's definitely top 3% of entire population. Making 6 figures or like getting unlimited vacation is definitely only top 2% can probably do based on income statistics. 6 figures, probably you are sitting around top 5%-ish. Definitely top 10. So what I found out from working on and improving my various areas in my life, I realized it takes good solid 3 years. 3 years of consistent hard work. First year is your experimenting, making mistakes here and there, left and right. You're just knowing and learning the game that you are playing. First year is going to suck a lot because you feel like you're stuck, you feel like you suck. First year you feel like you don't know anything, you make a lot of mistakes, you feel like you're wasting time. You might not see much obvious tangent results. First year is like that, but it is okay. I'm telling you, it is a decent expectation to have. You're not gonna make dramatic change overnight. You're here not for a sprint, but here for a marathon, for the life. So you're up for this game called life, and it is marathon, it's not short sprint. So have a long-term mindset, and the first year is going to suck. But this is the system that I came up with. I see the same pattern in every single areas in my life. Fitness, software engineering, social dating, everything. Studying English, it requires good solid 3 years. So first year is really about learning, being a play field and making mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Second year, it's steady growth. After first year, you learn what not to do. You made a lot of mistakes. So second year, you start making steady, solid progress. Second year is, growing. And then third year, it's scale. Third year, your growth is gonna go exponential because after 2 years of making mistakes and also being able to get solid progress and improvement, third year, your result is going to skyrocket after in 2 years of consistent work. You know why? Because after 2 years, most of people already have given up. Probably 80-90% of people have already given up at the first 3 to 6 months. And then after 1 year, you're already top 20%. After 2 years, you're top 5%. So if you're putting consistent effort for 3 years and if you're still there surviving, at that point, you're already winning. At that point, it's no difference your third year or 10th year, because after you're surviving the first 2-3 years, you're gonna keep going for next 20 years, because you have built solid foundation. Even if you made a lot of mistakes, you have made discipline. You proved yourself that you have dedication and commitment. Even if you had bad days, some days are rainy, cloudy, and depressing. You don't want to go to gym. You don't want to wake up. You feel like you just feel weak. I had so many of those days. You know what? It's something like a gym. Some days you don't feel strong. Some days you feel tired. Some days you are not motivated. But you just keep pushing. It doesn't need to be perfect. The point is to just get through one of those days. It doesn't need to be perfect. So same thing for job, same thing for career, same thing for fitness, same thing for social skills. It took me more than 3 years to really develop my social skills, to change myself from being an introverted, really shy guy to go to one of those dance class or a public speaking club or doing improvisation comedy class to really challenge myself in front of a big crowds, to get over my fear or anxiety in front of the public or in front of strangers. So it took me a good solid 3 years. That system, first year, second year, and the third year of scalability, it works well for me. So whenever I do something new, whenever I work on some new challenges, I tell myself that this is expectation for me. I'm not gonna expect extremely great results in the first few months or 1 year. I tell myself it's going to suck first year, but it gets better. First year is just for learning, okay? First year is just learning. Make as many mistakes as possible. That's what first year is dedicated for. And the second year, you start getting more steady in terms of growth and improvement. And the third year, you're going to scale. You're going to scale because you know ins and outs of what to do and what not to do. So with a 3-year system, you're going to have much more healthy expectation and confidence. And that's what I have done for every single area in my life. I started from the bottom, but you know what? It doesn't really matter because most people, even gifted with the natural talents and skills, they don't have dedication or motivation to keep going. But if you have dedication, you have commitment, you have the grit, persistence to keep going, and you never give up, then you're gonna rise above. You're gonna rise above most people just by being persistent and never giving up and keep improving yourself. That's what lifestyle development and personal development is all about. Keep pushing yourself, keep growing. Because you never know how much farther you can go. You never know how much farther, what kind of view you can have if you keep growing and pushing yourself for 5 years from now. You don't know really for real. I can't tell you. You can't imagine what I'm seeing right now. Sometimes I feel depressed. For example, yesterday I felt pretty down. I felt pretty unhappy. I felt pretty unhappy or frustrated. But I reminded myself that I got to where I am right now because I felt strong pain and the struggles, and that's what kept me going and pushing myself forward and forward. If I didn't struggle with anything, I wouldn't have improved myself so much. I wouldn't even felt a need to improve myself, like a drive to get better at something. It was because I felt so much pain. It was because I felt so much struggle. It was because I felt so much bad feeling about myself, despite I wanted to be better, that kept me going. So if you're one of those individuals who have big dreams, you have good, strong visions for the future, you think you have more potential to reach what you are visualizing at, then keep going. Because as long as you're alive, as long as you keep pushing yourself, you're gonna be a stronger and a stronger person. Every other obstacles or challenges you overcome, you become much stronger. Think about having the steel of a heart, right? It is not easy. I'm telling you, the whole video of this is that life is not easy. Life is not given. Okay? School doesn't teach you that. School doesn't teach you that. This world is unfair. Only thing fair is time. Okay? We are not given the same amount of opportunities. We are given the same amount of time, but we are born with different attributes, characteristics, personalities, natural talents, and skills. Everything is unfair. But you know what? This is like a real life advice. You need to suck it up. You need to stop complaining about it. You need to embrace the fact that nothing is fair except the time. So accept that, work on it, and get better. That's what I wanted to tell you. It is not easy. Fitness wasn't easy. It took me more than 3 years. Software engineering, computer science, it wasn't easy. It took me 3 years of work experience to be able to reach this point where I have tons of job opportunities flooding into my inbox from recruiters every single week with offer for higher pay and a better culture, blah blah blah. It took me 3 years. First 1 year, it wasn't like this. Same thing with social skills. It took me a good solid 3 years of consistent effort, learning, reading, meeting better people to learn from them. Same thing. Everything is like that. It takes at least 3 years for me, but after 3 years, your result is going to skyrocket. So the gist of this video, life is not easy. But I wanted to make this video because something just happened to me, and it was so easy. But it's one of those days where it's like you realize how far you have come so far by realizing how easy it was. Because comparing myself to current myself to maybe 1 year ago, maybe it would have been much more difficult. Maybe I perceived something much more challenging, but it wasn't for me today. It just came out naturally. But at the same time, it's perceptions that every day is not gonna be great. Every day is not gonna work for you. Some days are rainy, some days are sunny, some days it's just pure luck. Life is also a combination of time, luck, how prepared you are at a certain point at a given time with external environments. So there's definitely a luck factor in life. I'm talking about job opportunity, I'm talking about dating opportunity, I'm talking about everything. Life is basically making yourself as much prepared as possible for any opportunities coming into your life, okay? Same for job hunting. Even if no matter how prepared you are for job and a job interview, if there's no job opportunity, you can't do anything. And that was last winter for me. I didn't see much job opportunity. It was the pure proof that you need to have a solid time and then luck from external environment. Same for dating. Even if you're perfect, even if you're so prepared and then so ready to date someone amazing, if that person doesn't come into your life, then nothing you can do. So you just need to be prepared. Only thing you can do is to prepare yourself. So you can't control external factors. But only thing you can control yourself is to control your own variables, to be prepared whenever those opportunities jump into your life path. So most of the days are gone by like you don't feel anything. You don't feel like any opportunities, jobs, dating, or you don't feel like your physique's not that great. You're constantly comparing yourself, or you're like talking to yourself in a negative manner, like, oh, I don't see my life is changing. But guess what? Suddenly, maybe tomorrow, maybe you're not expecting it, but all of a sudden opportunities are just on the table. And then you grab those opportunities because you are so prepared, you're so ready. And you realize how easy it is to jump on opportunities if you have been spending a lot of time and energy and focus to improve yourself. And that's what happened to me today. So really, you never know what's gonna happen in the future. You need to dance with randomness in this life. And it is not easy. It is simple. And it is difficult. But at the same time, there one of those moments where everything seems easy. There are those moments where everything just flows. Everything goes so quick and smooth, and then just everything happens in like moments. That's how I felt with the most recent job offer. I was like, I didn't do much, It was because I prepared so much, I invested so much time and effort for myself, so it felt so easy, relatively. And opportunities-wise, it was like everything was great. Same thing. Maybe you find a dating partner, you didn't do much, but because you have been investing yourself so much on various areas, maybe reading, working out, exploring your mind, traveling, expanding your horizons, engaging in some artistic activities, to become a better person with different perspective, and then right person is gonna come jump into you right in front of you. It's not easy, but it could be as simple as that. So life is not easy. So I conclude this video with that. Life is not easy, but once in a while, some great stuff is gonna happen. Life rewards you for that because you've been preparing yourself, you're investing yourself for those moments. You don't know when they're coming, but only thing you can do is to be prepared to seize those opportunities in the moments whenever they come. So with that said, I feel great today. These kind of opportunities have been happening more and more often these days, the past 6 months. I've been spending a lot of time for myself and values and improving my values, skills, experiences. Reading books is one of them. And then things start happening. Your life starts shifting upwards. And then you look back to your old self and you appreciate how hard you worked on yourself. You tap on your shoulder, the old self that you were working 1 year ago. You pat on your old self because you are so grateful that you didn't give up. You tell yourself 1 year ago, good job, Sashi. You didn't give up 1 year ago when you felt so depressed or when you felt so much pain, but you are now here 1 year after. You don't know where I am right now 1 year after, 2 years after, but good job. Congratulations for not giving up. It is because you didn't give up. That's the message I want to tell to my old self. And I sometimes do that. I watch my old vlog and I remember those feelings, but I never stop improving. So tell yourself, if you're going through a hard time, imagine and visualize your future self is going to be grateful that you're not giving up right now. If you want to give up right now, stop, think about your future self, and your future self is gonna be so grateful that you did not give up right now at this moment, at this time, at this place. Okay? Life is not easy, but life rewards you if you don't give up and if you keep improving. with that said, thank you guys for watching this long video. It was one of those grateful moments that I wanted to share with you guys. Life is like this. Life is dancing through random events, and also keep moving forward, keep moving yourself forward. You know? So I'll talk to you guys in another video. Bye bye. Cheers from Warsaw.